He looked her in the eyes and said, "I'm not who you think I am, and I could end you." That's what Briana Bongalan says she heard one night during a party that spiraled into chaos. But this isn't just about one shocking quote. It's about fear, control, and the dark accusations surrounding one of the most powerful figures in music. We're breaking down day 16 of the Diddy trial, and what came out in court left everyone stunned. Briana Bongalan wasn't a celebrity, a business partner, or an official employee. She was simply Cassie's close friend, and sometimes worked with Diddy as a designer. But on the stand, she became the key figure in a case that's already been full of shocking claims. She's not just testifying, she's filed her own lawsuit accusing Diddy of behavior that left her traumatized for years. What she shared in court wasn't vague, it wasn't distant, it was personal and terrifying. One night in 2016, Briana says she was crashing at Cassie's place with her girlfriend. The night felt normal until she woke up to Diddy walking into the apartment unannounced. Already nervous from things she'd seen in the past, she stepped outside for air, but what happened next would stay with her forever. She says Diddy rushed toward her, picked her up, and sat her on the ledge of the balcony, 5 stories up. Then, according to her, he began screaming, "You know what you did!" Briana was confused, scared. She didn't even know what he was talking about. Eventually, he pulled her back in, but then reportedly threw her into outdoor furniture. Cassie came out, witnessed the end of it, and questioned him directly. "Did you really just do that?" The incident ended there. But the trauma didn't. That story alone would have shaken any courtroom, but it wasn't the only thing she revealed. Briana also testified about a strange moment that suggested Diddy might have been tracking Cassie's every move. She recalled a day when she and Cassie went on a shopping trip without Diddy. They didn't tell him where they were going. They didn't pick up his calls. But when they got back, he sent Cassie a full list of every store they visited. Whether it was a tracker or someone following them, Briana says he knew everything. That level of control wasn't just unsettling, it raised major red flags. As the testimony continued, Briana opened up about the party scenes she witnessed. The kind of gatherings where lines blurred, tempers flared, and nothing felt safe. She admitted she often picked up supplies for Cassie. Sometimes, those supplies were passed on to Diddy. The implication? Everyone was part of the environment. Loud music, high energy, mood swings, and sudden outbursts. She told the court that on one of those nights, things turned especially dark. And that's when she heard something she says she'll never forget. At a party filled with unpredictable energy, Briana says Diddy walked right up to her, locked eyes, and said, "I'm not just a man. I could ruin you." She didn't even understand why he said it. She just remembers how it made her feel, threatened, paralyzed. The courtroom went silent as she recounted it, and she nearly broke down reliving the moment. To her, it wasn't just a bad night. It was a warning. But Briana didn't stop there. She went on to describe other incidents, ones that sounded less like arguments and more like chaos. At one gathering, she says Diddy grabbed knives and hurled them in Cassie's direction. Shockingly, Cassie didn't run. According to Briana, she picked them up and threw them right back. These moments weren't isolated. Briana clearly said there were multiple times like this. Confrontations, objects flying, voices raised. It painted a picture that was hard to ignore, a relationship spiraling into something dangerous. But then came the cross-examination, and that's when everything changed. Diddy's attorney, Nicole Weston, didn't hold back. She challenged Briana's memory, her consistency, even her intentions. "You said this? Do you remember?" Again and again, Briana answered, "I don't recall." Transcripts from earlier interviews were read aloud, lines she seemed to forget or contradict. At one point, she admitted she didn't even remember if she said there were multiple knife fights, or which items were used. Or who did what? It wasn't necessarily dishonesty, but it was shaky. And in a trial, this high-profile shaky memories can be used to unravel everything. The courtroom needed a break from emotion. That came in the form of a forensic video analyst named Frank Piazza. His job? Confirm the authenticity of the now infamous hotel video involving Cassie. He told the jury, no edits, no cuts, no tampering, just raw footage as recorded. But then he revealed something unexpected. He said he'd enhanced 10 personal videos recovered from a laptop tied to an alias Diddy used, Frank Black. The videos haven't been played yet, but the jury will see them, not the public, not the press, just those deciding the case. And if what's on those files supports Briana's version of events, things could shift quickly. Day 16 wasn't just another court session. It was an emotional unraveling, led by someone who said she witnessed it all and lived to tell the story. Whether Briana's memory was crystal clear or clouded by trauma, one thing is undeniable. She painted a picture of control, fear, and silence. The defense pushed back hard. The prosecution isn't done, and more footage is on the way. As the trial continues, one question hangs in the air. Will the full truth ever come out? Or will it get lost in the fog of fear, fame, and forgotten memories?